This is how big I am. Have you ever seen the most daring movie to make? Absolutely none. The cast is not only powerful but also dazzling. The director also uses the story of the movie to make the beauty emperor black from top to bottom, in Empire. Anyway, one word. Jue Jie is a proud disciple of Xiao Lizhu, also the chief doctorate of the Department of Astronomy at Mitchell University in the United States. This day, he accidentally detected a brand new comet. Excited, he almost startled his chin. He quickly told his mentor, Xiao Lizai, the good news. However, Xiao Li, as a professor, after accurately calculating the trajectory size and velocity of this comet, the expression on his face suddenly stiffened. This comet the size of Mount Everest will visit the Earth in 6 months. Its power is equivalent to the simultaneous explosion of 11 Hiroshima atomic bombs. At that time, all living things on Earth will no longer exist. This matter is very serious. Little Li quickly reported this matter to the Planetary Defense Office. After receiving the message, the office director, Lao Hei, her face turned pale. Contact the plane overnight, connect them to Washington, D.C., report personally to President May. I thought it was a matter of human survival and extinction. Will receive Aunt Mi's attention. Unexpectedly, he was busy running for election. Turn a blind eye to their arrival. Finally, I waited for Aunt Emmy the next day, but he's busy with his official duties first. However, this official duty actually celebrates the birthday of a wealthy man, although Xiao Li was extremely angry, but there's nothing I can do about it. Finally, Little Li still met the president as expected, and truthfully reports the severity of the matter. The eldest cousin also added that the impact will result in an earthquake of magnitude 10 to 11, triggering a tsunami of over 1,000 kilometers. The severity will reach the level of destruction. But Aunt Emmy, I didn't think so. I even think they came all the way here, just told a joke. The probability of impact is less than 100%. It may not necessarily happen, and in order not to let this matter affect him, the election in 3 weeks unexpectedly suppressed this matter. Let's wait and see what happens first. Although Xiao Li presented scientific data to explain it vigorously, but they were all blocked by MEI, and even if the world is destroyed, and he couldn't keep up with his campaign posture, send the two away. But the two of them didn't give up, thinking of using the power of the media to expose this matter, causing Aunt Mi's attention. But the media is just trying to gain attention, earn traffic, and constantly teasing them during interviews, completely disregarding the impact of comets on Earth. Big cousin finally couldn't sit still, and angry with the host. You're not. He. What's even more surprising is that my cousin's furious data far exceeds the heat of a comet colliding with Earth. Even his expression was turned into a prank expression packed by netizens. This makes the two of them extremely confused. The Earth is about to be destroyed. People's focus is on humor. Can we only wait for the Earth to be destroyed? Fortunately, the appearance of a scandal, bringing a turning point to the world. The president suddenly invited them to the White House in a special way. What surprised Little Liz's disciples even more was that Aunt Emmy actually believed them. Little Liz's apprentice finally felt relieved. Tears spilled on the scene. Soon, Aunt Emmy announced the news of the destruction of the Earth, and the corresponding plan has been developed. They're preparing to use abandoned space shuttles to carry nuclear bombs, knock the comet out of its original orbit. But no one knows that Aunt Mi's sudden turning point was due to her own scandal being exposed, causing his approval rating to plummet in an instant. In order to salvage the situation, he chose to believe that Little Li had performed this drama to save the world. Sure enough, this move has caused a real change in the public's attitude. Aunt Mi's support rate skyrocketed to 99.1. Meanwhile, Xiao Li's popularity also soared in an instant, becoming the object of worship for thousands of young girls. It's coming soon. The whole world is watching this exciting moment today. As the countdown ends, dozens of space shuttles launched simultaneously. The scene is extremely spectacular, just when everyone is feeling excited about it. But the people found out that the rockets had all returned the same way. This makes everyone feel unusually absurd and angry. Is this just a joke? Originally, after the successful launch of the rocket, the president was called out by a super wealthy businessman. The scientists under the wealthy used the latest spectroscopy to detect that comet had mineral resources worth $200 trillion. This is a miraculous discovery for them. In order not to damage the mineral resources, I have to order all rockets to cancel their missions. Little Lizhu looked confused about this. The Earth is about to be destroyed. What's the point of wanting those trillions? To this end, the wealthy have also proposed a new plan. Their plan is to blow this huge comet into 30 small meteoroid, so they cannot only lift the threat, it can only be mined, and provide a large number of job opportunities. Such absurd ideas. It was actually said by a wealthy businessman in the White House. It can be seen that they allow wealthy businessmen to enter and exit the White House for profit. Just like my own home is ridiculous. Little Lizai can only humble himself and become an official follower, and mercilessly humiliated by the wealthy. After a period of time, comet impact on Earth being reduced to entertainment news again, Little Li has finally arrived. Wow. I just gave a fierce speech. I was kicked out of the group chat by the president wearing a headband. But on his way home he saw a comet. He really came. Meanwhile, people on the street also got off one after another. Looking up, comets are approaching Earth at a speed visible to the naked eye. To expand its influence, Little Lizai and Big Cousin formed a team to look up at each other. Tell the people, comet is really here. But people have been brainwashed by Aunt Emmy, not willing to look up at the sky at all. I don't believe that comets will collide with Earth. Aunt Emmy and the wealthy are preparing mining plans here. As the countdown ends, dozens of rockets carrying mining robots launch simultaneously. I didn't expect one of the rockets to crash without even getting out of the atmosphere. Rich people still have confidence in themselves. Everything is under control as the robot reaches the surface of the comet. But I haven't started working yet. Just died in battle for a few years. No surprise, all robots died in battle. The comet is intact. The mining plan also declared failure. Aunt Emmy and the wealthy are not doing well. Hurry up and find an excuse to leave. Actually, it's going to take the spaceship they've already preparing to leave Earth, and called to invite Xiaoli to join us, but was politely rejected by little Lizai, because in the final moments of life, he wants to spend time with his family. Some people choose to let themselves go. They don't have any fear, but choose to face it calmly. He quietly waiting. This is a highly satirical movie, although absurd, but it's so realistic again. If the comet is replaced with a COVID-19, it can be seen as a realistic documentary. It is recommended to take a look at the original film, if you have not seen it yet.